Have you ever witnessed a real-time visa interview with a visa officer? Well, today you will. If you are preparing for any visa interview, you need to watch this video. In this video, a former visa officer from Algo Visa interviews a subscriber of the Fred Effect YouTube channel and provides expert advice after the interview to this applicant. In the end, was this applicant approved or denied? My name is Fred and this is the Fred Effect. Let's find out.
All right, Tijani, where are you going to study in the United States?
I'm going to study at the Missouri Science and Technology. I'm Missouri as a biological scientist undergraduate.
Okay, what degree are you going to do?
I'm going to pursue an undergraduate program, which averages under over 124 credit hours and at 89 courses.
How long will the degree last?
4 years, ma'am. It's a 4-year degree course.
Okay, what are you going to do after you're done?
Okay, so currently I work with the Pizza Man, Chicken Man as operation manager, and I work at the Quality Assurance Board. And after the degree, it will help me enable me to come back to my country and help with the food security and food safety in Ghana.
Okay. Who do you live with?
I live with my parents.
Okay. How are you going to pay for this?
My boss, Christian Boachiadom, who happens to be the CEO of Pizza Man Chicken Man, who earns over an annual income of $100,000, sponsoring my education.
Why does your boss want to pay for you to go to college?
Okay, so since I was employed at Pizza Man since 2018, my boss has been interested in my education background because he wants to groom locally people to produce our raw materials. That's why he's sponsoring my education to Missouri Science and Technology as a biological science student.
How did you find out about Missouri?
Missouri was posted last year in the New York Times as one of the best universities, and also due to their good researches. And also, I know Mr. Davinel, who is a professor there.
Okay.
In the comment section, let me know your thoughts about his confidence level. Was he able to answer the questions correctly? Would you have approved the visa if you were the visa officer? What do you think he can work on or improve on? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Which category of visa are you preparing for? Do you also need help? Let me hear from you in the comment section. The link to schedule an appointment with Algo Visa will be pinned in the comment as well.
Visa is approved. Good job, Tijani. All right, let's talk about what happened here and why I want to approve this visa, and what are a few things that Tijani might be able to do a little bit better at the actual interview.
Right.
Wait, one more question before we start. What country are you from?
I'm from Ghana, in West Africa.
Okay. All right, so I want to just say one thing real quick to the audience before we start, but usually on an Argo Visa call, what we would do is I would have a very long conversation with Tijani about, okay, where are you from? What do your parents do? What do your siblings do? Why do you want to study this specific thing, right? We'd have a whole conversation about all of his context. And then we would talk about, okay, what are the points you need to bring up in this visa interview? And then we would do the practice. So this is a little bit different because I don't know anything about Tijani, but we're gonna go with this, and then afterwards talk a little bit about maybe improved strategy if need be. Okay.
If you're applying for any category of visa, you need to seek for expert advice from Algo Visa. Don't wait till you are denied and regret it. If you've ever been denied any category of visa, don't go for another visa interview without scheduling an appointment with the Algo Visa team. Algo Visa is a team of former visa officers with the expertise to coach, guide, and prepare you before your visa interview to get your visa approved. Pause this video, type the link on the screen into a browser to schedule your appointment today. And here is how to go about it. To book a consultation with a former visa officer, you will simply click on the link which I'll share in the video description. I'll also put it in the comment section. So it will be pinned in the comment section. Just use this specific link. It will take you to this website. Now, when you come to the website, you click on book consultation. This website will open. All you need to do is to type in your first name, your last name, you type your email, you set up a password, and then click on that, and then you create an account, and that's it. You're all set.
In general, I think it was a good interview. You're a young guy, you're going for a legit program, the school that you're going to, I've heard of it. It's true, it's a good school in your field. You mentioned, I was very good that you mentioned that you work in Ghana and you intend to come back to Ghana to work in that field. And this is a way for you to kind of skill up to be the best at your field in Ghana. A few things that I would mention to improve though, when the visa officer asks, who do you live with? Your answer was just my parents. This question is actually an opportunity for you to share more about your socioeconomic situation. So if your parents are employed, if they're doing okay, if they have a college education, you should mention those things. I live with my parents. My dad's an accountant and my mom is a teacher. Well, I don't know if that's true in your case, Tijani, but if it were true, that's what I would suggest. Don't just give a one-word answer. If they're asking the question, they want a little bit more context. You need to go a little bit further. The other thing is, when I said, why did you choose this university? You said it was reported in the New York Times as the best university in this topic. That is dead weight in the visa interview. Do not use the visa interview to repeat facts that you can find on Wikipedia or in the New York Times. You've got to make it personal. So the last thing you said, that I met Professor so-and-so who inspired me to apply for this program, that's a good answer because you actually met a person, they told you about the university. But just these general, like some people will say, oh, I really want to go to this school because it has a 140-acre green campus and it was established in 1820 by Senator Joe Schmo, and it just is a great university for my education, right? An answer like that, or like even what Tijani said, oh, it's, you know, in the New York Times, it's ranked really high. The visa officer, they just think that that's like anonymous data that doesn't really matter to why you are actually looking for this school. And the reason they ask this question of why are you going, you know, how did you find this? It's one of their ways of detecting whether or not they really believe that you're a real student. So what is a real student going to be doing when they're looking for their university? They're usually going to be reaching out to their contact network, looking what professors are at the school, seeing if the school is very well ranked in their field. They might be considering how much scholarship the school is willing to offer, right? Those are the factors that are going to be more convincing rather than like, I found this random information on New York Times or Wikipedia about this school. So those are the two things that I would say. Oh, and the other one is you could tell that on some of the questions, I was asking you follow-up questions. How are you going to pay for this? Okay, but why does this person want to sponsor you? Right? Those you should try to combine your answer to include both of those things. Try to avoid having the visa officer ask follow-up questions. Try to get as much impactful information in there as possible. So I've received a private scholarship from the CEO of the company where I work. They have a salary of over $100,000 a year and the means to support my education. They're interested in doing this because they want to build my career here in Ghana, and I'll be working for them when I come back, right? So don't make it a long explanation, but try to get that impactful information in there so that they don't have to ask follow-up questions. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions, Tijani?
Okay, so about you asked me when you asked like maybe where are you going to stay after school is vacated or maybe in the summer, and maybe you tell them about an internship program. So what if you don't get an internship program? Can the officer think for that for you? Like, okay, when asked me that maybe where will you be staying during the summer since you don't know anyone in the States, and I'll tell them, okay, I'll be going for an internship or something. What if you don't get an internship? does the officer think that for you, or they just
I would say, you know, if you, again, this is kind of like a hypothetical question of like, you don't have an internship today, so it's not something that the visa officer is likely to concentrate on. But if you were to be asked that question, I think the perfect answer is there are internships opportunities through my school. I'll make sure if I get one of those that it's compatible with the visa class that I'll be on, and otherwise I'll be coming home to visit my family if I'm not able to get an internship.
Okay, that's fine.
So Tijani, thank you for following and subscribing to the TFE platform. This is some of the benefits you get. I'm sure this has been a very good learning background. You can go ahead and book a one-on-one consultation with the Argo Visa team, and you get a lot from, you know, doing that. If you're watching, this is just a tip of the iceberg of the benefits you have when you schedule a one-on-one. I was actually shocked some of the things Krista was talking about, and I didn't even realize them. So it would be great if you book a consultation with Argo Visa. Thank you so much, Krista, and thank you, Tijani, for joining us.
Thank you, Tijani. Good luck.
So whether this is your first time going for your visa interview, you've ever been refused, the best way is to interact or talk to a former visa officer who understands your situation better to be able to advise you, have a mock interview with you, and review your document before you go for your next interview. So you're going to have the opportunity for a former visa officer to review your documents, give you an expert advice, and also organize a one-on-one mock interview to ensure that you are very prepared before you appear at the embassy for your interview. The website link to book a one-on-one consultation with the Argo Visa team will be shared in the video description. All you need to do is to click on it, select the package you are interested in. In everything you do, I entreat you to be positive and know that everything will be fine. My name is Fred, and this is the Fred Effect. I'll see you in another video.